So having to get up at the butt crack of dawn and put on bras and makeup and deodorant and be pleasing in the morning to other people, like, it's a lot. So I look a mess. My God, it is Monday morning and I am getting ready for a job interview.
What?
One of the first in a long time, actually. Oh God, I look a mess. Anyway, this job, I haven't had a job in a while. There's a few different reasons for that I shall not be going into, but I'm back on the road again. Anyway, this job interview is pretty important and would be a really nice, amazing, wonderful thing to have happen to me. So it's been a long road because with my background, getting a job is really rough. Go figure. So again, if you ever have a chance to not screw up your life, I highly recommend doing that, because the road to better is like so much longer. It literally takes like that fast to screw up your life and years to fix it. So take it from me, but don't be me. So, you know, if you get a chance, don't be me. I mean, an interview of this magnitude requires full spanks. Oh. I have a lot of hair. A lot of hair. Golly. And there's so much in my drain, I could literally knit a sweater weekly. A really gross, hairy, ugly sweater, but a sweater nonetheless, I think. Sharing is caring. So the thing about having a job is it was really fun until it wasn't, just like everything else, you know. It seems like a weird time to get a job, but if anything were to ever happen, I would wish that my parents always knew that I'm going to be fine and take care of myself. And I guarantee you they don't think that at this point. I find trying to figure out how to become the right color is so difficult. The person underneath all this crazy ass skin is adorable.
3 hours later.
So I just got out of the interview and it's raining again. Every day. Rains every day here.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So it's Monday still. And I went to my interview. I thought it was pretty good. Hard to gauge. I don't know. I'll know in a couple days. People would be taking a chance on me. And so I'm definitely ready to take a chance on something else. However, it rained. There's tornado weather and my hair went. Look at this. You just can't be half black in Colorado and deal with your hair every day. I can't stand it. I really need a job, and this one would be great. I think it would be great. By the time you're watching this, I will have already gotten it or not gotten it. I hope I get it. I really do. I've been praying. But if not this one, some other one. But I really hope this one. I hate looking for a job, especially with my background. It's so hit or miss, and maybe that's just my cross to bear. You never know. But I'm bearing it.
1 week later.
I started a brand new job. Yay! So the thing about getting a job, why am I in a bathroom? I don't even know. Let's stop doing that though. I really just want to go sit in the grass, but then I'm gonna get eaten alive by who the hell knows. I started a brand new job and it was really, really hard to get for several reasons. Mostly because even though I have like mad skills, I still have a ridiculous background. Look at me on paper, it ain't pretty. So, I would go in, I'd do the interview or interviews, then I would get the call that I got the job, then they would check my background and be like, yep, no. And so then it became, well, when do I speak up about, you know, my background? Do I put it on the resume so you'll just stop wasting my time and me yours? Or what, I don't really know. But I heard no so many times that I was just not really wanting to try. So it wasn't just about like, you know, put out a resume, go and do an interview and try to get a job. I had to complicate it with, you know, a whole bunch of things. I mean, I'm still, on probation and, going to classes and stuff for the DUI. That happened, a year and a half ago. Good grief. I turned 50 in like 2 weeks or something. God. Further complicating matters of getting a job. It was a lot easier when I was 22, bubbly and happy with life. It's a lot harder when I'm 49, beat the up and a little jaded, So I put myself out there again, and this opportunity came up, and I managed to get the job, and then he said something about the background, and so that was the time to say, here's my deal. I've got one of those, so before you waste any money on a background check, I have one. If that's making me out, then I don't want you to waste your time. And he was like, no, well, let's talk about it. What? And he's like, well, what's going on? What happened in your background? What are you dealing with? And so I told him, look, I've got, a fairly sizable felony from almost 4 years ago, and this current DUI thing. There are other things, but, they're fairly far back. Still, nonetheless, really crappy things. I don't know, whatever. I don't care, because I already know what it looks like. Like, just ask me, I'll tell you. But he's like, well, you know what? Let's run the check anyway, and during that time, I'm going to check your references, and let's see where we're at in a couple days. And so all of that happened, and I got to tell you, I got this link in an email, and you have to go to the link, and it's this whole background check, and they ask a whole bunch of questions and whatever, blah, blah, blah. And, all the disclosure statements and things that you have to sign just made me feel like this pit in my stomach that was bigger than life, like the biggest black hole, you know what I mean? Because you're just like, and then they're like, can you pass the drug test? Yes, no problem there. During all of this time, I've been monitored, and I have done well. So, not just on the monitoring, but I mean, while I was on probation and blah, 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 all of that I've done well at. So that's always good. I've got some good time between, the idiot that I was and the idiot I am today. So it was like waiting for really bad news, you know what I mean? And you just get that pit in your stomach, and I had to wait that way for a couple days, and that sucked. There was another delay, and that was another couple days, and that sucked. And so I was just really starting to worry, that this maybe wasn't for me. But during that time, I was praying, just constantly, praying constantly. If this isn't my time, I get that, Lord, but, could you at least let me feel better about it becoming somewhere around my time, because I'm feeling really funky, and he did that. So I started feeling a little more confident in the last 48 hours or so before I got the phone call that yes, indeed, we want you in our position, and can you come in tomorrow and introduce yourself to the team at a team meeting? And I was like, woohoo! Yeah. But the immediate need to be responsible, get up on time, not flub up things, put your stuff together the night before, make lunchy, doing the lunch thing, all of that overnight. I mean, I sat up all night because I didn't want to miss the alarm, because I was freaking out, and I just don't want to get, I don't want to screw anything up, because this was really hard. I had to suck up a lot to get a job, and I'm really glad I did. I'm so blessed. I'm so blessed. So blessed, because I got that phone call and was like, hallelujah, and that was everything to me. It was everything to me. So yay. And it's a really great job. So yay. And it's a really great team. So yay. So far, I've been to a team meeting for 3 hours, and then off that next day, and then today is my first full day. And so far, it's really cool. So it's just me and the owner, right? Like, the owner and me in front of a computer and on the phone, and kind of, teaching me stuff. And so now I've complicated getting a new job even further by not being able to sleep, making sure that I get up on the alarm. Oh my God, staying up half the night, making sure I had a lunch ready, da-da-da-da-da. I get my lunch ready, and I go to put it in my little T-Mobile lunch pail that, I got at a freebie or something. Yeah, no, it's not a lunch pail, it's a picnic basket, but I didn't have anything else, so I brought my lunch in a picnic basket, so that looks good. Then we finally go to lunch and everything, and and I'm going to tear into my lunch, and I'm like, shit, I can't eat this, because I'm sitting literally 1.5 feet from the person for the rest of the day in a little tiny office that I don't need to smell like, ranch. So I'm going to be starving when I leave here. But nonetheless, I complicate everything. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, I complicate everything. But in that complication is this incredible elation when something goes right. Also easy to realize that when something goes right, it has very, very, very little to do with me. I overanalyze, overplan, create way more problems than solutions when it comes to how do I figure out how to become an adult, you know. This is the biggest undertaking of my life. It's bound to be some hiccups. God said, you know, you're finally ready. Not he was finally ready. He's always been ready for me to be ready, but now I'm ready. So, really big step. That's huge. And again, positive attitude will get you so much further than, oh my God, I'm gonna hate every minute of this and this is dreadful. Or, oh my God, I'm gonna screw this all up. And you know what, I may screw this all up. I doubt it though. And that's gotta count for something, doesn't it? Self-confidence. It's Thursday and I work all day tomorrow. Hopefully I'll be back on a normal schedule now that I have some normalcy in my life. Like, I'm feeling really good about the normalcy in my life. I am a daughter of God. Like, I got this.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So as though I didn't complicate things enough. Because I can't just have something be simple. Yeah, no. 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 And I don't even know why no, but no. I sit out at lunch. I do this whole blog that you've already seen. I get done and it's time to go back in. I go back inside. It was hot. It was so hot. Like, I don't know if I'm having a hot flash, if it's hot, or if this is, you know, Armageddon. Like, I have no idea. I go back in, you know, to work. My boss gets on a phone call. He's talking, and I feel some sweat kind of, you know. So I feel the sweat kind of, you know what I mean? And I'm like, because I'm sitting this far from my boss, right? And I am not trying to make a spectacle of myself. Then a little bit later, not long, couple minutes maybe, I'm like, I feel the sweat and it's like this. So the third time I feel some sweat kind of, and I'm like, okay, I can't. So I go to check to make sure there's no sweat drops. I look down, there's a beetle looking up at me. So I'm like, oh. I pull the bug out of my boob. Hold it like this. Literally 3 seconds. 2, 3. Then I throw it on the desk. Bam! 1, 2, 3. Then, as it starts to crawl, I smash it. 1, 2, 3. It takes to realize that I have pulled a bug out of my breasts, claimed it, threw it onto the desk. Not just the desk, but my boss's to-do list that he's been making since 8 o'clock this morning. And then smash it with a delay of at least 3 to 4 seconds in between each and every movement, which indicates thought process, which I guarantee you I had none of. However, get it out of my boobs, show it it's about to die, and then kill it. And I think that's fair. Because what are you doing in my boobs on my first day of work? While I'm overthinking and overanalyzing every moment of life. Are you kidding me? Literally flipped. So, sash. Inside my head, I'm like, oh my God, what have you just done? But on the outward, I'm just sitting there. So my boss hangs up the phone. And he looks at me. I'm just like, what's next, boss? What was I supposed to do there? I'm not trying to bring any attention to my boobs or to any other part of me other than my brain. However, this bug did not attach itself to my brain. It attached itself to my boobs. And then it involuntarily attached itself to my boss's to-do list. I'm surprised I didn't smack him in the face. You know, because that's me. I'm a bit of an over-exaggerator. Go figure. So I'm surprised I didn't just knock him straight off of his chair. But if you're ever going to overcomplicate things, or if you ever want to overcomplicate things, call me. I got you. So it's Friday. It's after work. I am dying. I work for a home inspection company. And today we went on home inspections. Not that I will ever be doing home inspections. I definitely will be working in the office, but it certainly helps to absolutely understand what everyone's doing. It was very cool. It was so very cool. I mean, you got to get up on roofs and in crawl spaces, which is not so cool. The company that I work for just does such a really great job. I mean, I got to do a sewer line scope, and they send a camera down the sewer line 40, 50 feet, you know, and it's the most foul, literally a camera drop down your sewage line all the way to the street. Think about that. But cool as hell, because it would make you understand what your sewage line looks like. And if you're a homeowner, which I've never, ever, ever been, and will most likely never, ever, ever be, it's very important to know. So it was cool. But a home inspection takes like 4 hours. And I did this in the morning. Then I had lunch in my car on the way to the next one. And then another 4 hours. And I'm exhausted. I have to go pick up my friend at the airport, and I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted. I mean, day 2 of work, when I haven't been working in a while, is a lot. So I'm exhausted, and I really just want to go to bed. I am really happy in my job, but I am exhausted, and now I know how important days off are. Right? Saturday, Sunday, just like normal people. Woohoo! Except that I'm exhausted. And Saturday I've got to go pick up my friend tonight. I've got a bunch of things I've got to get done tomorrow. I also have to do some shopping for my mom's birthday, which we will be celebrating on Sunday. So, like, my weekend is gone. I sound like a normal person. Anyway, there's my week, and thanks for coming along with the ride. Jacqueline's new job. The fact that you watch any of these videos just makes me love you even more. You're my peeps. Thank you. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button, because here, all funny nutsers are welcome. If you do decide to subscribe, click that notification bell, and they will notify you every time I upload, which should be more often now. And wish me luck in the next week. It'll be my first week of work, and I'm already done. So, the weekend hasn't even started, and I'm already done. Wow. I sound just like you. Cool.